Colin. And the next person voted out of Survivor. Colin. That's 4 today, that's enough. Bring me your buff.
Yep.
Colin? Trap spoken.
Good game, Colin.
Good game.
All right, I'll give you guys a moment to decompress, and we'll get this next challenge going.
I do not want to play. Yeah, so let's see if we can make this further. I don't know if, I know that wearing this makes me look like a throat, but I'm hoping that I'm like
I'm cool with that, yeah.
it's so great we can look at it. Okay. Sure. Every single time, every single time, every single time, as much day after any time, just like no. Okay, like you and me are gonna stick together on this if you have any chance because you're gonna be next after me. Okay. We'll do our challenge and then we'll talk together after that.
Just let them cook and I'll be brought in.
She was literally just telling me
We have it covered anyways. No, I wasn't, but that's the reason. I was like, there's no reason to take a chance. Yeah. Like, everybody's gonna take it fun. I mean, I screwed up for everybody. Then we can chat out that. That's the plan. Because if anything, maybe
This is what happens after 2 days.
After 2 days of competition, your memory may not be working as well. To have the winner of this challenge, you won't have to say farewell.
All right, so for this first round, chain, spear, tent, chalice, sword. What was the second symbol? Everyone showing the spear except Gracie can show sword. Gracie, unfortunately, you got eliminated. Torch, chalice, chain, tent, sword, torch. What was the only symbol not shown? Really? I'm saying tent, everyone else saying spear. The answer was spear. Thomas, you were eliminated in this challenge. No shot at individual. Spear, tent, chalice, chain, torch. You're going to be showing me this entire order back to me in order, starting with the first symbol. Reveal. Spear, spear, spear. The answer was spear. And tent, tent, and a chain. The answer was tent, unfortunately. Hayley, no shot. Original movie. Jenna versus Jack. A showdown you've seen before in this Survivor season. Crazy, isn't it? What was the third symbol? Both contestants showing me a chalice, which is in fact correct answer. What was the fourth symbol? I'm seeing a sword from Jenna and a chain from Jack. Two different answers, only one of which is correct. The correct answer was chain. Jenna has been eliminated from this challenge. Jack wins individual immunity. Safe tonight at Tribal Council, where someone will become the 10th person voted out of this game and the next member of our jury. And it will not be, is this on properly? It will not be you. Congratulations, Jack.
Who won the first challenge I've won. Congratulations.
Good job.
I won Final 5 as my first challenge too.
You also got 0 points.
You know what?
We only have 8 minutes.
He did.
I think we should. I want to take you and Jack. Yeah, of course. So, which one's the bigger threat? We gotta think it out first. Last time with the voices, they flipped on me. Like, they spun on me. Like, I had nothing. It was all that home notification in my game.
Yeah,
She is running the game and she has him right next to her. She even won the question, like, who's running this game? It's so obvious.
We're not talking
Obviously, you have to do what's best for you. Like, think of something.
We're just talking about
Like, who can you sit next to? And it's not her. None of us can sit next to her. Like, she could use the fact that she won too. She almost won. It's just too much.
Yeah, with some of you guys breaking off.
Huh? I know, it was my name, don't worry.
Just 6 minutes left before voting. What if we just made it 5 minutes just to mess with them? What if we just started with taking time over here? You know what? I feel like they only need 5.
So you're thinking about me?
No, maybe 4. No, let's leave it at 5. Let's leave it at 5.
I don't know. I see a lot of people are seeing Jenna as a really big threat, and I see that same threat in Gracie and Thomas. So it's, I don't know. It's anyone's game.
I'm gonna knock 1 minute off.
You and I get it. Are you thinking Hayley? I'm assuming. Right? That's what you're thinking. Okay. I'm guessing. Okay.
I'm wary of Gracie. You're gonna have to do whatever you need to advance to the finals. Even if that's throwing out somebody's name that you've been close to the entire game, then that's what I think she's been doing.
Would you be for voting Gracie?
Yeah, I would if you wanted to. I'll do what you need to do to get me to the end.
If you vote Gracie, it won't be.
Okay. And also, I said some things about you that I want to apologize for because I was mad at you. What? You're fine.
I've probably done that.
I am not a poor sport, Rick. I'm not a sore loser.
Any names you want to throw out? I think almost everyone's names but mine has been said to me in the span of like 2 minutes. So
Yeah, I think everybody's just trying to figure out who you want to sit next to.
Okay. Us and Thomas. Okay. I'm willing. Okay. Us and Thomas. Okay. Us two. Okay. Yeah. Well.
Cool. I think it's gonna be. I'm trying to convince them that Jenna's a bigger threat. It's just something that we said that they need to think about, and that they like. I'm not gonna win against anybody. Let's face it. I need to think about what's best for me.
okay, so I just wrote your name. I'm sorry. I had to. Are they voting me? At least 2. I can get try to switch. Hayley. I need to just throw songs. Okay, but who are you thinking of voting? It's gonna be okay, that's what I thought too. I have no idea.
You're going to Hayley. I take these super seriously.
I trust. Who are you thinking? I'm not. I've heard everyone's name actually.
Oh, interesting.
Thomas and Hayley said Gracie. And then before that, they were saying Hayley. They were saying Thomas. So it's. Do you have a thought?
I don't know. I've been hearing a ton of different names as well. So I know that my name's on there. I know that Hayley's name's on there. Gracie's name's on there. So it's just kind of weird. What are you doing? What's your plan?
Good job.
We're He's gonna be on board, hopefully. Because I talked to her and she's not doing it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's like, she said us three, final three. So, that's what.
I hate to say it, Thomas. Everyone else wants me dead, so, and Thomas might too, but yeah.
Did you say that I threw out Jenna's name?
No, I've said.
Because she just gave me the biggest death story.
I've said all I've said is that I've heard everyone say this.
Did she ask about? Did she ask if I could read anything? She's
already
already
asked
voted.
if-
She's going for you. She voted for you.
When she came over to our group, she said, I heard her name.
Yeah. Well, yeah. She was right over there. She was like,
No.
this.
She said that she heard her.
Jack. I can't tell if I'm the deciding vote here or if he is, but he never really gives a direct answer on who he's going for. We don't know until after tribal with his vote, and this has happened like multiple times, so he's just very iffy with his votes.
We have to go, Hayley. Alright, let's go crash the party.
A minute and 45 seconds.
I'll talk to you privately.
What did they just inform you of?
They're just asking. And
So it was my name.
well, she was concerned because she said that you were a death clear. She was walking out. Gracie. She was walking out. So she was concerned about that. And I have a feeling everyone is going to think that they're out.
We're looking for Hayley. So, she tries. Well, we can bring you in as a part of it. If you want.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. Would you be if you
Super wary of Jack. No idea where he's going. I tried to work with him this round, but he would never give me a clear answer, which tells me he's voting for me. So I'm kind of like, yeah, you're a wild card.
No, someone is doing it. I was just talking to him. What's his name? And he said he threw my name out, and you said he would vote me. Yeah, I love this thing, because I'm gonna say I'm gonna vote for Jenna. You're gonna vote for Jenna. Jenna has to know that I'm voting for her. Yeah, I'm gonna start but she just like gave me the biggest text. She knows, which means we have to vote for her out. We can, like, you're gonna start out. Yeah. I think Jenna and Thomas are gonna vote for me. I think Jack is the deciding vote. Let's talk to Jack. Let me talk to Jack. No, you talk to Jack because he's more like this guy. Okay, I swear I'm ready.
Right now, I have to trust Gracie. Not that I do trust her, but that I have to.
15 seconds remaining.
They said you were like,
Oh, the urn's up there, Saber. The urn's over here. The urn's over here.
if you vote with us, then you have one. You just told me you're going to vote there. Absolutely not. I'm done for
Time is up. It's time for tribal council.
me?
Wrap up any conversations you're having and go sit down. It's time to make someone the seventh member of our group.
Okay.
Alright, so before tribal meeting started, Jenna, you did like a little maneuver. I know it was cold before, but I feel like that wasn't cold driven, was it?
I'm scared. I mean, here's the thing. I know my name's been thrown out because I walked into a conversation where someone said my name. So, I know it's out there. I know people are talking. So, it's just concerning.
Who said your name?
I'm not going to say that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Has the same thing been true with you, Hayley?
Well, with Final Five, of course, everybody's name has been thrown out there, every single one of us, so it's not something I feel like you need to take personally. Take to heart.
Fair enough. Jack, your name has been thrown out. I think you're pretty happy about that right now.
Yeah, worried about the next round, but as far as this round, within the first minute of council, I heard pretty much everything.
I mean, when there's only 4 of us to vote, you're gonna have to throw around everybody's name. Something's gonna stick. I mean, hopefully it's not your name.
So what I'm hearing then from all of you is that every single name's out there and you just kind of have to hope that maybe you know what's going on. Maybe the person said something that's the person you should trust. Okay. Sounds about right, Gracie. Do you think there's a plan for that, Gracie?
There's never a plan. I literally, every time I sit here, I don't know the plan until the vote's read. Like, really. Never sure the outcome. I know what I'm doing, but I have no idea what the board is.
Survivor. In that case, it is time to vote. Thomas, take us away.
You good, Thomas?
Voting for Hayley. And it's because I'm hoping that the rest of my alliances hold strong and that this is truly what people are planning to do. I have a feeling it's not, but I'm really hoping that it is. It scares me.
I can't win against you. I've trusted you and you've never betrayed it, but I can't win if I sit next to you at tribal.
If anyone has an advantage or an idol, now is the last time you can play advantage or idol. First vote. Second vote, Jenna. Third vote, Hayley. Fourth vote, Jenna. That's 2 votes Hayley, 2 votes Jenna, 1 vote left. Next person voted out of Survivor. And the 7th member of our jury? That's 3, and that's enough. You can remember your vote.
Damn it.
Hayley?
Join us, Hayley.
Welcome
back. Welcome.
I don't have much to say because I was 100% expecting it, like I knew it was going to be next. But I'm hoping that Gracie wins, honestly, even though she gave me a good kick in the teeth a couple of times. But I'm hoping she wins because I don't want any of the others to win. Thank you.
It is the final 4 for Survivor FSU.
Welcome, Hayley.
We're going to give you guys a little bit of a break before the next hour, so take some time, deep breaths.
You missed a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, when did you leave?
I've left it like, pretty, yeah.
I mean, we made it this far.
I know, yeah. I don't know about you all, but I was not expecting to make it this far.
Neither was
I
I.
don't think anybody was.
No, me either.
But
I don't know. Like, I mean, I've been telling them to start, like, betting. Like, if I had been on the jury at this point, I would have been placing bets, whether it's monetary or not. Like,
I mean, I think we're making the game fun to watch. I mean, there's different. I mean, how many? There's only been like 1 or 2 tribals where it's been almost unanimous.
Yeah.
Yeah. The finale of season 3 will be approaching soon. Stack the highest and you will be immune. Even if you are feeling confident, extra safety is always nice. In order to win, you will have to be precise.
So another stack.
No way there's like cup stacking again. Or like maybe like some sort of jank or something.
Come on in, guys.
Some people guessed it.
All right, campers. Today's challenge is very, very simple. You've been given 27 Jenga blocks, and your task is within the span of 5 minutes? 5 minutes to build the tallest tower possible. It needs to be stable. No sabotage, just your own wits, your Jenga blocks, nothing else. There are so many people in here. And before we get into that, Jack, gotta take back that necklace for the last time. Individual immunity is up for grabs. Good luck to all of you. 3, 2, 1. This challenge is on! 5 minutes to build the tallest Jenga structure possible. I'm already seeing a few different approaches. Some people can turn things so into architecture. Thomas rebuilds right here. He's building a little spire going up on top of the structure on the bottom. Gracie drops. She has to restart again. 10 seconds remaining. Who will be able to claim the highest tower? Thomas builds it. Jenna makes a final adjustment. Thomas drops. And that is the end of the tower. Thomas's tower drops immediately. We're going to get a ruler in here and measure who is going to win this challenge. And it is not immediately obvious. Realistically say.
Yeah, they're exact. It's identical.
Yeah. Okay. All right. In that case, we are going to continue on to a high reindeer story. All right.
I've had no luck today.
Each of you is going to receive 10 more pieces and 2.5 more minutes in order to find a way to make your tower go even taller. Figure it out. It's pretty simple. The challenge will continue. At the end of 2.5 minutes, we will measure who has the tallest tower and determine which of you will receive final immunity. 3, 2, 1. This challenge is on. Jenna's tower immediately starts to collapse. That does not bode well for Jenna. Gracie trying something. Making very precise movements, trying to make sure her tower is as secure as possible. She succeeded in going even higher. If either person's tower collapses at this point, it could be catastrophic. Gracie's tower so far a little bit taller than Jenna's. Will Jenna be able to catch up in height? Or will Gracie's tower fall in her process of adding a few extra blocks? So far, Gracie seems to be in this challenge. Gracie's scared to go any higher, apparently. As Jenna attempts to go and add a little spire that might add that winning block on top. Gracie's tower collapses. She has to restart. I want to get on that, Gracie.
1 minute remaining.
With 1 minute remaining, Gracie has to build a tower taller than Jenna's. Will she be able to do so? Gracie building that. Jenna with the tower. That looks pretty much like her own one. Not that different. Jenna, Gracie's tower collapses again. She has to restart again. Will she have time? Probably not, to be real.
Thanks, Jeff.
Just keep it real.
He always says, stay in it.
Stay in it! Stay in it, Gracie.
So true.
There's still time left. This is where you dig deep. You have 5 seconds remaining to build a tower tall enough to beat that. You have to dig here on Survivor, and that is time. Yeah.
It's actually taller than the first one.
I think we have a winner. Jenna wins! Final immunity. Come up here and get the necklace.
Pull Michelle and kick it.
Congratulations, Jenna. Safe tonight at Tribal, where someone will be the last person voted out of this game and a final member of our jury.
Thank you.
You're lucky I can't vote for you.
Who do we want on the fight? Who's been strong?
My concern, Thomas, all of his tribe is on the jury. We literally wrote them down. So they're probably all going to vote Thomas. But Gracie is also a big threat. She's won a lot of challenges. And I mean, we've done well with Jenna. Jenna's been well.
I mean, there's nothing we can do. She's tough, but I'm completely obsolete at every single challenge I've done.
We were thinking Thomas
Talk louder. Okay.
because the jury is stacked heavily in his favor at this point.
That's true.
There's 3 of us in our tribe and all of them are on the jury. At this point, we were like, we need to be confident in ourselves and winning.
I'll just wait and have another chat with Jenna. You can talk with Thomas. Oh, what do you guys say, Thomas? I mean, you just say me, obviously.
I mean, the only name between us that I'm not going to tell you right in your face is Gracie. Yeah, so. I'm assuming she threw out my name to you as well, so.
She's won a lot of challenges.
Yes.
And she's proved to be very tactical in her thinking.
Yeah.
because Jenna was definitely.
Well, you can't do anything about
Yeah,
it. Jenna
you can't do anything
earned
about
her way
it.
to.
She was definitely among the strongest.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's nothing about what she went like 3 times.
I think we all have a chance.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Really close.
Final 3, right? Your final 3, like, as in Thomas. Triumphant about wavering. And the reason I say it is because Thomas's entire time, they had that extra bonding time at the beginning when we all went votes. And so my concern is that they're all going to vote for him. Okay. The only reason I think that might have happened is because he had one step. You can say you want step. I can say I have one step. Thomas, if he's our second or our third person, he cannot say that he's won anything.
I just think it's just
Yeah.
like I said, we've had final 3 the entire time. There's no reason switching. It's like I've been disloyal to so many people, but I've been loyal to you too. And it's because you allowed me to flip, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
There's no reason to betray even more, even more people.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, let's get into it. It's time for our final proper tribal council of this season, where someone will be the last person voted out. I'll now bring in the members of our jury. Brandon, Taylor, Tim, Aubrey, Charlie, Colin, and Hayley voted out at the last tribal council. All right, guys. First of all, congratulations. All of you have made it very far in this game. You are now the final 4 of this season. So pat yourselves on the back. Give yourselves a round of applause. You've earned it. That being said, only one of you can be crowned the sole survivor of this season. One of you is going to get voted out right here, and 2 of you will get nothing. And that's tough. How are you guys feeling? Start with you, Thomas.
I'm nervous once again. There's.
Are you ever not?
What?
In this game, have you ever not been?
Oh no, I mean everybody's nervous, but of course when the numbers dwindle down, your names start getting thrown out more, and it's just scary to be like, oh look at it, I only need 2 votes to force a tie to be against me. It's 50%, and if it goes to a tie, who knows what happens?
I know what happens.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
I'm not going to tell you.
Or a lot. I hope it doesn't go to a tie.
I'm not going to confirm that statement. But the same question goes to you, Jenna. You've got the immunity necklace. You're feeling a little better. You are guaranteed a spot in the final 3. But that means that now you have to decide who's going to go home. You have the power here to decide who's going to be sitting next to you, who won't be.
Yeah, it's a big decision. It's something that I'm still contemplating. But I think in the end it's going to turn out the way it needs to, hopefully. Yeah, I'm glad to be done with challenges, if I'm being honest.
Gracie, she said something interesting, which is turn out how it needs to. This implies that there is an outcome that is the best outcome for Jenna, that she's really kind of liking, you know? Do you have that same outcome, Gracie?
Honestly, I don't even know. There's good outcomes that you think, and then it can end up being bad. Like, it's all about them. It's all about what they think. It doesn't matter what I think, it's what they think in the end. So I can never know what outcome's the best for me. They do.
That is fair. At this point, most of the game is in the jury's hand. Yet, Jack, there is still one person who has to be voted out of this game.
Yeah.
So it's not quite out of all of your hands yet.
It's interesting. So we kind of went through this strategizing fast. We kind of each paired up with each other and talked. So whoever had the stronger arguments is going to win, or well, at least not get voted out or get their person voted out.
All right. I guess that is really all it is, isn't it? Who has the strongest argument at the end?
We've all been strong players. We've all played a good game. You know, I'm happy to be here.
I think we're all happy to be here.
Is anyone not happy to be here?
No.
That's the correct answer. All right, well, in that case, unless anyone has anything they'd like to say before we get into this last round of voting, no final pitches, no attempts to save yourself. In that case, it is time to vote. Jack, you're up.
Jenna, like I said last time, Jenna
pulled me aside a challenge ago and said, let's just make sure we're both in the top final 3.
It's definitely gonna be interesting. I feel like the jury vote is, I don't know if it's gonna be unanimous or not, but I think it's gonna be a little close.
It's a tough one. We'll see. Thank you.
Not part of our final 3.
And on that note, for the last time, until final tribal council, I'll go tally the limits. Alright guys, if anyone has any advantages or idols, we can time to play. I'm just kidding, no one has any. They all expired last time. So it doesn't matter. I just said that to kind of give you that little mini heart attack. First vote. Jack.
Sorry.
Next vote. Thomas. Third vote. Jack. That's 2 votes Jack, 1 vote Thomas, 1 vote left. Final member of our jury. Jack. That's 3. That's enough. You can bring me your butt. Jack is now the final member of our jury, and is there a reason we can't run final tribal council right now?
Do we not get time to like think of our like speeches? Like not
Okay,
actually.
I'll give it 5
Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah, so
Can we have like a piece of paper?
let's go. How this is gonna work. Bit of a surprise, but that's generally how it goes, you know. You know, it would have been great to be on final 3, but I'm happy I made it as far as I did. So I'm no angry feelings towards everyone. Like it's an intense game, but it's a game, you know. So no broken friendships or anything. We actually just have nothing to do.
I've literally been jury chaperone all day.
It's like the end of the first season where all of us are just hanging out. But at least we were jury.
Drop that, it's over. Yeah, just grab one balloon.
So we've lost 2 challenges now in a row. Something more puzzle oriented. Oh, she's back.
Lindsay's amazing. Professor Bobby and Katie.
They're a good team. I thought it was strong with them, but I guess not. But it's okay.
I did not expect them to make 43 seasons.
Hello, my name is Brendan. I am a sophomore.
Gracie plays a better game. Yeah. But I think Hayley might be a more agreeable target.
I have the chameleon advantage.
Brendan, try to serve.
He hasn't talked to you. Have any of your other members?
That's where I put my idol my season.
You don't care?
No, you're good.
I'm hearing so much. She's so
quick, so hopefully I can distract some of the people.
Hayley told me that prize number 8, she got a clue that something about prize number 8, so
There's a lot of flip-flopping right now. Certainly, I want to cut out Brendan just because he's not in my original tribe, and you want to cut out Gracie, and I have Hayley.
Make sure you are the custody.
I'm missing a knuckle on my left hand. Right here, so my finger's like extra small.
Jeff.
Each drop, therefore.
Sick shot.
Pledge allegiance to one side too heavily.
Let's go!
Jack, he's been on exile this entire time.
I take these super seriously.
Come on in, guys. Paper. You each get 1 minute to do so, and we will kind of be enforcing that if you're like a couple of seconds over. And after that, each jury member is going to get up, make a little statement, ask a little question, whatever they so choose to do. Each of you will get a chance to answer that question. And if it's ever addressed to you, something might not be, and that's okay. And then after that, we will vote on the winner of Survivor FSU Season 3. I'm looking forward to seeing who wins. Without further ado, comes.
All right.
Take it away.
All of my former tribe members, I am sorry, but I had to do what I had to do. I did not trust my position in your group, so I had to form a group with these two. I had trust with those two more than I could trust all 5 of you. I successfully had a blind side on Tim, which flushed his idol correctly. I successfully caused enough chaos for Aubrey to use the idol on the wrong person. I successfully flipped the vote on calling when Hayley had the idol to make sure that they were safe, I was safe, wherever the votes came out, I think.
Only got a few seconds left. Is that it?
I'm not a good public speaker. That's what I got.
All right. In that case, Jenna, let's hear it.
I'm going to speak fast because I have a lot of ground to cover, but I started out as an under-the-radar player and have come into a big shot because at the beginning I was definitely not the loudest in my tribe. I was my first tribal, I had my name thrown out, literally the first tribal council, and here I am, so that's some recovery. Climbing back from the falling tribe in the merge as well, we started out as the majority and then we tumbled, and so I looked for alliances in other places, and I had conversations with each and every one of you at some point. I know that some of you may not know me as well as other people, but I can say for a fact that I have at least sat down one time and talked to every single one of you. Then another thing is I did sadly orchestrate Aubrey's vote. We were planning originally Hayley and we had to flip last minute because we were trying to see how the advantage would play out, that ended up playing much later. The other thing about the immunity challenges was I completely won most of those, and after throwing the cube challenge with Jack to get the target off my back, I decided I needed to publicize what my advantage was and how things work. So I told Thomas what my advantage was, that it made everything public, and that he had to vote with us if he wanted to be in the majority. So he ended up voting on our side because of that.
So start wrapping up. All right. Thank you very much. And without further ado, Gracie.
Okay, I have a lot of similar things. Of course, I started out as somewhat of an under-the-radar player on our tribe, and then we merged together, and we completely fell apart. And that falling apart was not due to any of my name, unfortunately. I tried to stay loyal with my original tribe, and I was almost completely blindsided by someone who I thought I was very close to the game. I was able to crawl myself back out of that hole. It was very close, a little too close. I did try to stay loyal throughout the game. I did say I was going to stay in this final 3, and here I am. I've been loyal with Jenna for a long time. I tried to stay loyal in my original tribe, but unfortunately it fell apart. I played more of a social game. I did win the one actual endurance immunity challenge. I've been hoping for one of those. And I did win that pair with Hayley as well, and I used my relationship for thank you.
All right. Congratulations again to each of you. And without further ado, we're going to start with Jenna. Take us away.
Okay, so that little dig that was given by Gracie was definitely directed towards me. And I do want to say that that was probably one of my pivotal choices to go after you, as I identified you as a threat very early on. And I was wondering, for you 3, who you guys identified out of us as your biggest threats.
I'll start off. I saw Tim win one immunity challenge on the Rubik's Cube. He was that close to winning, and I know that it's going to be a lot of puzzles. I knew he had a big threat, and even without the idol, I knew he was a big threat, so I had to get him out.
Yeah, I was torn between 2 people. First being Tim for the same reasons, the immunity challenges, won one, was very close on the second, had no idea about his idol, but afterwards I was like, oh no, like he was much bigger than I anticipated. And the second is Tavian, because he's very strategic, and I knew that he had been talking to a lot of people. He was very widespread, his network was monstrous, and that was concerning to me. I didn't end up voting him out, but that was something that I considered because I was curious about his network. But we ended up having a pretty loyal bond, and we stayed that way until the end of his time on Survivor. I never ended up voting him out.
I'm also torn between 2 people. One happened to be Tim. I was definitely a part of that vote out as well. I could have flipped, but I saw you as a super big threat, and so I had to go with what happened there. And then the other is actually Charlie. I just think you played a really good social game, and you were just, it was a big threat. And seeing, as they said, you're the hero, that's another vote I also could have looked on and made it go the other way, but I just saw you as too big of a threat, and I was ultimately the second vote.
Congratulations on making it here. You outlasted all of us. That's awesome. I appreciate the ego boost, by the way. But I wanted to ask y'all, obviously you made it here, but we all made mistakes throughout the game, and I want to know what you think some of your biggest mistakes were throughout this game. Something that if you could do it differently, you would.
Which way?
Do you want to go the other way?
I answered the first question, you answered the next one.
Okay. I've made plenty of mistakes in this game, so it's kind of hard to narrow it down just to one. But probably one of the biggest mistakes that I made was turning our tribe against each other when we had the majority of the merge. That was something that I had been trying to gun for the 6, and we ended up flipping everywhere, and it was absolute chaos. And after that, I was on the bottom for a little while, trying to scramble my way back up and talk to people, make relationships, and that made my time much harder than it could have been. The other mistake that I say, both a mistake and something that's great, is winning the immunity challenges that I did. I won 3 individual immunity challenges, and that's a monster target. I mean, I put myself literally on the chopping block. I said, here, look, the target, like someone who's powerful. And although it did get me here, it is scary because you are playing an extremes game. It's like you either win or you don't.
I'm gonna say my biggest mistake was putting a vote towards you, Tavian. I was convinced the vote before was when Brendan tried to fall off the blind side, and unfortunately the people who told me about it were not from my tribe, they were from the other tribe. So then the next vote, the other tribe tried to convince me that y'all were gunning for me, and I later found out that never happened. But I had no choice than to believe them because they told me the complete truth of the vote before, and they were right. So that was my biggest mistake, but they had told me that right before the buzzer went off, and that was the last thing left in my brain. I unfortunately put a vote towards you, but that was 100% my biggest mistake in this game.
Thank you.
I think my biggest mistake would be my incorrect vote towards you in the first tribal council, because it was, I mean, it could have been the vote to keep you here and her gone. So I think if I voted the wrong person or voted differently, then it could have been much worse. for my game.
Challenge Beast Tim, you're up.
Hi guys, again, like congrats on making it. You guys played so good. My question for the three of you is, if you could make an ideal final three, who would be in the final three with you?
Oh, I start. I would say the three of us. We made this deal a while ago, and I'm just someone who likes to play the most loyal game that I can. And saying that I have a final three, I want to stick to it, and that's exactly what happened. I wouldn't have it any other way. No matter how good these players sitting next to me are, it's about the loyalty more than it's about the winning.
Yeah, I mean, I would say us three as well. You know, we in the final five vote, me and her made a pinky promise to protect Jenna.
We did.
And I was really hopeful that she led up to that promise and didn't change her vote and break us up.
Yeah, I'm honestly gonna third that. Although I did talk to a couple people near the end about Final Three, I had mentioned it to them earliest, and they were my earliest allies. We stuck together all the way through. We were close allies at the very beginning of the game. And then we as a pair ended up continuing further on. So I created the alliance between them because of that pair. So I feel like my loyalty game was the strongest here. And although these guys are monster threats, I would appreciate it if you could that. Then I still, yeah, it's a loyalty game. So these people are more than deserving.
Thank you. Good luck.
Aubrey.
Alright, hey guys, congrats again. My question is for all three of you. So I just wanted to stir the pot a little, and I wanted to ask, why should the other two people not win? So say something specific about each two player, and say why they should not win. You don't have to say why you should win, just why the other person should not win.
All right. I mean, I deserve to win. I'm the final person of my tribe. We could have easily gone. Can I say it for both of them, or?
Sure.
All right. We could have easily steamrolled and gotten them out instantly, but it is what it is.
I'll give one for each of them. First thing is socially, Thomas was at my hip the entire time. I mean, when we were paired together, he was always the first person that came to talk to me when we were social. And that was something that people had talked to me about, saying, are you guys close at the hip? And I would always say, no. Yeah, we were. I mean, that's just how it was. So socially, I feel like I played a better game. And then on this side of the coin, I'm sorry, I've heard some bad talk. You talked to me a little bit about Hayley constantly trying to feed us false information on our tribe about the dynamic of the tribe. And you ratted out a couple of people on different votes. To me, you talked about Brendan a lot with the whole flip-flop and everything else that happened. But I can say for a fact that I did not bad talk anyone.
Personally, of course, I do feel like I played a very low game. All the bad talk she's talking about came from people who are trying to attack our tribe. She's from my original tribe, I've been loyal to her, so of course I'm going to tell her when bad talk is coming about us. So I do think I played a very loyal game. I tried to stay loyal from the beginning and it kind of blew up my face, but so that's there. And then I have won more challenges as compared to this side of the coin, I guess.
Okay. Alright, thanks.
Alright, it looks like I got my first individual question. So, Gracie, did you know what you're doing when choosing which side to vote with, or did people influence your choice and when choosing your vote?
Are you talking about like at the beginning of the merge?
Yeah, like throughout the whole month, whenever you were like a deciding vote.
Mm-hmm. So there were a lot of times I ended up being a deciding vote, unfortunately. The very first one, but was because it was a blind side towards me. I had no other choice. If I didn't vote him, I was going home. So that was completely because of that, and that is not what I wanted to happen at all. The first conversation I had when we merged was that I wanted to keep our original tribe together, and that's exactly what did not happen. The second vote, like I said earlier, I was influenced by, I can say the other tribe, even though we were one tribe, trying to tell me that my old tribe was gunning for me, so I was influenced on that vote. The rest of the votes that I was deciding vote, Tim, I believe, is one of them, Charlie was one of them. I did it more for my personal game. Tim was a huge threat with challenges, like really big. It was very close. Charlie, social threat, I said that earlier as well. Same with you, Jack, this final vote. Other than our final three, if she won an immunity, you were right behind her, except for that last one. Like if it wasn't her, it was you. So the votes where I was deciding vote, the beginning ones were because of it was me or I was being blindsided, and then the later ones were for my individual game.
Alrighty, howdy y'all. Congrats on making it. So I've been like deciding my question over the times, and I feel like this question could be the difference between making it and not making it. So I need you to answer this carefully. What is your favorite color? But I mean this in a way of what would you describe your game if it was a color? I'm putting a twist on it now.
That's tough. I'd say I would describe my game as an orange. Do I have to elaborate or just?
Please elaborate.
Okay, so I describe my game as an orange because when it's muted at the beginning of the game, say under the radar, it looks almost brown. Like it's kind of just a very monotone, normal color. But then it comes up and it becomes really fiery and loud, and it takes over. I mean, it's like a fire.
I would personally describe mine as like a dark pink. The beginning, it starts out, it was very similar to what she said, unfortunately, but it was kind of a lighter pink in the beginning. I was not a huge threat in my tribe, and then when we merged, somehow it kind of all blew up my face. I ended up being the deciding vote a numerous amount of times, so that's where the kind of like dark pink comes in, and then of course like that original challenge with Hayley that I won, and then the individual immunity, just the pink kind of kept getting darker, unfortunately, towards the end. Had to do more strategery, if you could say.
I'd say my new color would be green because I was always going somewhere. I was always trying to talk to people, and it just never felt like it was going to stop. So I felt the need to keep talking to people, and need to keep everybody informed that I needed to create chaos that need to be created against people who I didn't want to have the correct information.
Mine is also an individual question for Lydia. Jenna, what do you think was your best move in this game?
Probably the biggest move that I made was flipping from you to Aubrey. Originally, we had all decided as our majority to vote for you. And I wanted to play my idol, or not my idol, my advantage to make everything public, to frame you, hoping that you would also vote for Aubrey. But then we heard that you weren't voting Aubrey, so we decided to keep it, and we voted Aubrey out instead of you. And then as we continued later on, I decided to make it public, and that really solidified my alliance. So holding on to it was a good idea, but I think flipping from back and forth from you to Aubrey and finally landing on Aubrey and saving the advantage was probably the biggest move that I made because I orchestrated that vote.
All right. Along the similar vein of pineapple on pizza, yes or no? I want to know.
I'm a picky eater, so no.
I say no.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say no.
Ooh, sorry.
Sorry.
Unfortunately.
I feel like if I had a better palate, I would like it, but I'm a picky eater, so
I just don't like pineapple, but I like pizza.
I like pineapple. It's just
Oh, hail the picky eaters.
It is the correct answer, but yes.
Oh God, that's hot.
Here, all right. How about 30 seconds each? You can each get up and say your last final clean of the jury.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I appreciate playing the game with all of you. I think never played a good game. It was my social game more than it was my physical. I didn't win as many immunities. I didn't flip-flop around as much, but I can say confidently I had a conversation with every single one of you, maybe more with some than others, but I think my game was more social. Maybe you can call it a backseat driver if you want to think about it that way, but I really enjoyed playing Steve Bobby, and I think you all deserve everything, so thank you.
So my game was as much physical as it was social, and both were baller. I can say that I had a strong social game, talked with a lot of people, had many alliances, good strategery, if you will. And I also had a strong physical game. But beyond that, I want to say that my loyalty and my devotion or resilience to this game, I think, is what matters more than that. I don't think it's a who did the most or who did what, it's the character of that person. And although these people are fantastic and great characters, strong people, and deserving of everything in every way, I feel like I've demonstrated my devotion to the game.
All right. I'll keep it short and simple before I embarrass myself. I love you all. You should vote me. I'm cool. Pretty much. There you go.
Nicely done.
All right.
I should have done like a big brother.
Answer. Thomas finishes off. So without further ado, it is time to vote. Start with you.
So I'm voting for Gracie. I think that her social game, she did a really good job of downplaying how in charge she was of the votes. Starting from even day one, we were on the same tribe together. And I just don't think that Jenna and Thomas were able to play as good of a game as her.
Jenna, I've been rooting for you since I got voted out, and at tonight's tribal council you proved exactly why. I feel like you had the most well-rounded arguments. The analogy of comparing your game to the color orange was crazy and really bold. I think you're a major physical threat. You were great socially. I mean, I was like trusting of you from like moment one. Like that's how great you are socially. And I really think you deserve to win. And thanks for not stabbing me in the back except for that one time.
Bye. Alright, bye.
For Jenna. I'm voting for Jenna because she is the only one out of 3 that never owed me any loyalty. I never owed her any loyalty, and so she never stabbed me in the back. Congratulations, Jenna. You just won.
For the last time, all those out of the All right. For the last time, I'll read the votes. Remember, we want these votes to be 40. Just making that clear. First vote, Jenna. Second vote, Gracie. Third vote, Jenna. Fourth vote, Jenna. Fifth vote, Jenna. Sixth vote, and the winner of Survivor.
I think that her social game,
Jenna, I've been rooting for you since I got the Gracie,
but your tribal council performance
I decided to change my vote because I think that Jenna is gonna win because she's definitely good.
The color question convinced me.